What's up everybody, I'm Dear Gamer and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with some more Lords in the Fallen. I am giving you my bleed build for my dual sword DEX agility character. This build is absolutely disgusting. We just wreck through enemies and bleed works similar to it does in the Dark Souls series. I'll show you the build, how the artifacts I'm using, the ring, and all the things that make this build possible. My family, without further ado, let's dive in. First, the aesthetics. I had to go medium. The second I picked this setup, I had to pick it up. I had to use it because it's super amazing. These two weapons I use are two short swords and they have bleed. As you can tell, they did a really good job with the design of these weapons to signify that these are bleed weapons, because you can see the little thorns on them on both sides. This is the full set. You get this armor. I'll show you a little later on where you can get it. I don't want to spoil in the areas, but I would say this part of the game is after you've unlocked like your 5th or 6th checkpoint. And I'll show you the exact location where you can look around and find that area. As far as the weapons, I found them in this. I found one of these weapons in this world, this area, and the next one in the next checkpoint. I know it's not that great of a description, but I don't want to spoil some things for some people, but I'll show the weapon where the names are. I'm sure someone's made a guide to find all these items, but just overall, this is the weapon. It's a dual sword build. I love dual swords because they're strong, they're fast. I'm medium build, so I still roll pretty quickly. My stamina commitment isn't as strong, isn't as high, but I feel like we're fast enough. This is a good mix between good mobility and also doing some really good damage and also protecting yourself because some enemies hit pretty hard. So to start off, this is the weapon. As you can see, it's a dual build. It hits really good. The way it works is bleed builds up on the enemy. As you can see, the bleed, it's kind of interesting, the bleed element that's foaming out of them. Bleed builds up on the enemy, and it does, when you get the bleed, it does like a bigger splash attack. But again, that one, but you can see the bleed coming out of them, and it's really cool. So it does overall, it's not a situation where you're losing damage over time when you put bleed on the enemy. It's just the fact that they just take big damage, kind of like they do in Dark Souls 3. So I'll fight a chunkier enemy so you guys can see what the damage looks like. I got 2 levels on the weapon right now. Whoop. You see that little bleed effect? Oh, see that big explosion? That's how you know it got the bleed aspect on. Also too, I have an ability that if I perfectly dodge an enemy like that, they get weather damage, and if I attack it, they automatically lose that level of health as well, which is just disgusting how much damage you can do in such a short amount of time. Let's show one more enemy. So we have a pretty tanky dude over here. Let's take care of his minion first. Over here, these dudes are pretty strong so far. They have good defense, but also too, you never want to hit them head up. Whoop. There it goes. Whoop. Whoop. Beautiful. Beautiful. So we procced up the bleed on that one twice. Even though they're pretty strong, we'll still be able to take them down no problem. So now let's take a look at the build and what makes all this come together. So we got the Hallowed praise for the weapon. We got +3 on it. This one is cool because it gives us agility of C, so it scales higher with C, meaning we do more damage the more we put into our agility points, which makes sense for our build. It has 80 bleed on it, so that's how the bleed automatically builds up over time. Our other weapon has 70 bleed on it, but this one's kind of a quality weapon. It's a Hallowed Condemnation. I got it to level 2, and it has a D in strength and a D in agility. So in order to equip these weapons, you need to have strength, 10 strength, and 10 agility. This one is need 12 agility, and you can see the damage bonus I get in green per how much points I put into the respective categories. Our throwing hands, I'm going to get a crossbow later on, but for now, you'll just keep this for now. This is the armor I was talking about, Angel of the Void mask, Angel of the Void chest, arms, and trousers. It absolutely looks amazing, so I highly recommend picking it up if you're going for this kind of aesthetic. When it comes to my pendant, I got the Warrior's Claw, and I got it in this area, and what it does is increases your physical damage and physical defense. So I got rid of my other ring I had that was based on my light equip load because I want to put this set on. Right now I'm mid-medium, so it only made sense for me to switch out my princess thing and put on a Warrior's Claw, so I do more damage and I'm more tanky as well. As far as my rings, the rings I got equipped right now, I have this one and what it does is increases my strength and agility attributes. It gives me 1 point in each so it's not that crazy. Also too, I have this one that gives me vitality and endurance attributes as well. So a lot of good rings. I wish we had one more slot, or maybe 2 more slots for rings we can equip, but this is all I have for now. I'm sure at some point I'll find some kind of ring that increases my bleed. I was hoping it was this one, but this one only increases resistance to bleed. Other rings I got this one, increases the strength. This one increases vitality. These two I have equipped. This is the bleed one. This one increases your resistance to poison. This one increases resistance to all status effects. And this one increases max stamina and stamina regeneration. And last but not least, this ring gains a period of regeneration health upon using your heal. So second you use your heal, afterwards you're going to gain some more health over time. So this is the build. This thing is absolutely disgusting. It's fun, it's quick. I mean, you're strong, but you also take some damage, but you also get out the way, you're nimble. So I really like it a lot. When it comes to my character, what I'm putting my points allocation is gonna be pretty straightforward. What I would focus on is enough strength to equip the weapon that I want to equip. That's why I have 11 points. I have 10 points, but my ring gives me 11 points. But if I had a ring just for agility, I would put that on, because I have a ring just for strength. So I'm sure there's one just for agility. Just haven't found it yet. Endurance is important because for my stamina, my dodging, bobbing, and weaving is important. So I'll make sure you have enough of stamina to 1, increase your equip load, and also 2, for your stamina and regeneration. And last but not least, vitality, because you don't want to be getting destroyed. You want to make sure you have enough health to withstand the attacks that are coming towards you. So if you can look at my defensive stats, I have 471 overall defense. It doesn't really say anywhere like a cumulative offensive stat, but you kind of have to do the math on both of your, combining both of your attack weapons, and that's kind of how you get that characteristics. As far as for attacks, it's a dual sword, so this attack pattern is kind of similar to what you get in the dual daggers. If you run, you do this whole spinning thing, which I hate, but it's there because it's animation lock. You can't dodge out of it, which sucks, but other than that, most of the time you do your charge attack. That's what it looks like. Hold on, let me get some more stamina. You can also hold it as well if you like, and you can just keep holding them, and they'll just keep on going that way as well. I like to mix and match to attack, charge, so we get that damage. Sometimes even attack, then do a heavy charge. A lot of the ways you can mix it up. Also too, we can do one-handed weapon as well, kind of like if you want to play this one-handed style. When it comes to my socket, I have the one equipped that when I dodge at the right time, weather applies to the enemies, just taking down their health, which allows me to hit them again and essentially do double the attack, double the damage. And I like this a lot. I like dodging more than parrying, because parrying you still take damage, which if you have a lot of HP, then that makes sense. I think parry is really good for heavy attack builds because you don't get hit as much when you're getting hit because you're wearing heavy armor, and also too, you have a lot of health. And for me, with my agile agility build, I feel like dodging makes more sense, so this helps me get even more damage to the enemy by using this socket. Other sockets I have available, if I want to switch, this is the one. It increases my soul flay stun duration. This one charges a heavy attack. All damage received is weather damage, and your posture can't not be broken. So this is really good for like heavy builds. You're doing a heavy build, you really want to get this one, because if you're doing your charge attack, especially if most of your damage comes from your charge, then you're gonna be unstoppable. So essentially this will be really good for heavy builds. And this one, regain weathered health upon killing the enemy with a generous strike. And the problem with that is I don't want to regain weathered health. What if I don't have any weathered health? So that's why I feel like maybe something that's great. They all have two stats available as well. This one does 25% drug resistance, weathered health upon Umbral transition, and you lose less, 20% less, and regain self-flight charge while in Umbral. And the one I currently have right now, that one, while in Umbral, 50% of weather health regain upon striking an enemy. Oh my god, that's so good. So you want to upgrade the secondary socket of this one because it's too good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the build. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We got lots of Lords of the Fallen videos coming up on the channel. Our playthrough is starting on Saturday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. My family, stay smooth. Till next time, dear gamers, signing out.